Yeah, I'm looking up here. It's I'm gonna have to try to figure out where to look. I'm looking up when I should look down, I guess. So it's been a while. Um, I've been working every day. I haven't had a day off since Thursday, Thanksgiving, and getting the hours in. I'm liking the job so far. There's negative things about it, but you know, they have me work in several different towns now. Pittsfield. Just one second here. Well, actually, I burnt some rice in the pressure cooker. Um, yeah, Pittsfield is the same distance, 55 miles, but it's a 50-minute commute as it's just straight down the highway. And so it's better. I'm driving over a mountain to get to work, and when it's snowing, it's pretty treacherous. It's not good. And the weather up there is pretty terrible in North Adams. So I haven't been running. And the lighting of this is freaking nuts. Okay. I haven't been running because I haven't had time. I get up at 3:30 in the morning. I get out the door at 4:30 in the morning, and I get to work for 6. And I work, and then I'm usually off by about 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and then I come home and I go right to bed. But my weight, I'm 178 pounds still, and I've been cheating. I've been eating a candy bar, Hershey's chocolate, like every single day after work. I haven't gained any weight. I've been eating gummy stuff, and I haven't gained any weight. So, I mean, so yeah, I've improved my speed because I'm getting to know the area better. So I order the truck by numerical order by the street. So even when I'm in a new area, I just find the street and I have the truck in order. And it really helps. I'm just trying to do straight lines, you know? I know that the post office has what you call a truckload feature where you can scan, but a lot of times it'll say not recognized. So what I've done is I take a notepad. I'm new in Pittsfield, and I see the case, and I'll write down the street that goes along the case. So then I know the order of the route. Then when I'm loading the truck, I just put the numbers that I have right beside it in the notepad. So then it doesn't really take that much longer. It takes like 5 seconds to write the number. But then after I load the truck, I have all the numbers beside the streets right on my sheet of paper. So I know exactly what I have. It really helps. Then it takes the memory game out of it. I know exactly what I have. I'm not looking for packages. And that's what saves a lot of time. Hunting, looking for a package you don't have, kills your time. So I don't mind the Pittsfield, the Dalton area. It's warmer down there. To North Adams, it's like a freaking Arctic zone. It snows and it's fucking bad up there. There's a crazy amount of vacant homes in North Adams. It's burnt houses. So I ordered the truck and I tried to bring everything forward that's beside me on the street that I'm working, so that I don't have to rummage in the back. And then I just keep going. Of course, delivering to the closest location of wherever I'm at. I smashed a phone today, but those phones are fucking weak. If it was my phone, it wouldn't have smashed. I just couldn't believe it. But they didn't give me any shit for it. Some guy hit my mirror, and I was a little bit fearful of that. I mean, he was flying, speeding up the mountain. I stopped. If I didn't stop, it would have been a lot worse. So I didn't get docked for that, which was good. Man. If I did, would have lost my job. He was speeding. I was stopped at the time of impact. He didn't hit the truck. He just hit the mirror. Gets out of the vehicle. I'm good if you're good. I'm all right. Just don't tell anybody. He said, I won't, man. It's a tough situation. I mean, his speeding was what did that. But at the same time, I might have moved out like maybe a foot and a half. I mean, but they didn't press me for information, which was good. I mean, I don't know, man. They have a new regime change, new boss. They're all right. Not terrible. So yeah, reading the loops. Get better at that. You get better. Try not to backtrack. That's what kills your time. Do it right the first time. I'll be right back. I made some basmati rice and some chicken stock. I should. It's good. Yeah. Man, it's good. This time, I added a little bit more liquid. I had like maybe 3/4 of a cup of rice, and I did 1.25 cups of the stock. It's better. It's not soupy at all. It's dry, but it's soft. It's good, just the way I like it. It's soft. It's not crispy, or it's good. Yeah, it's good, man. Yeah, not crisp, not al dente, just right. From now on, 3/4 to 1.25 cups from now on. That's what I'm doing. That's the perfect match. I used to be doing a cup of rice to a cup and a quarter. Or it wasn't terrible, but a slight tad bit al dente. Not hard or nothing, but this is soft. Just the way I said I'd eat it at the Panini Kebab Grill in California. It's basically just like that. It's perfect. It seems like the rice is longer. Huh. I tried making the rice with tomato soup. I added some stock. I burnt the soup. This is good. I have two ninjas over there. Should have bought some chicken, put the chicken in there. This is perfect. So I'm happy I'm getting the hours. So I haven't done any egig work in a while. I'm going to try to transfer I guess what you have to do is you have to resign and then apply for a job. This rice is the best rice I've made ever. So yeah, other than that, putting the miles on the car, that's for sure. Hey, yeah, an hour and a half, Ollie. It's good to see you. I hope you're still here. Yeah, an hour and a half, one direction. So yeah, I'm driving like 3 hours, and now they have me working in Pittsfield, which is a half an hour down the road. So then that's 2 hours, and then yeah, Pittsfield's better because it's only like 50 minutes. But yeah, it's crazy. Going over the mountain, it's like the country roads. So when it snows, it's weird. Where I'm living here, there's no snow, right? But up there, there is. It's a whole different climate up there. Um, yeah, it's freaking. It's like 25 degrees up there and snowing when it's like 36 here and raining, and it doesn't feel bad. But I'm getting like, geez, I'm starting work at 6, often done at 6:30. So I'm like working like 12-hour days. Like literally, I haven't had a day off since Thanksgiving. So um, definitely getting the hours. And Sunday is Amazon Sunday. So we just do Amazon packages. I'm gonna try to get a transfer closer to here. I got transferred. No, I mean, geez, I got hired for the town next door in Chicopee, and I live in Holyoke. Um, because yeah, there's nothing up in North Adams, and at least here, I got Amherst up the road for doing Uber and stuff like that. If I want to make some side money, and plus this is where I'm from too. Up in North Adams, there's like nothing up there. It's like the wilderness up there, man. It's pretty crazy up there. But working in the weather and the snow is better than the freaking rain. I mean, in the rain in the summer, I wouldn't care. But in the November rain, when it's freezing and it's wet, the hands, man, it's like, it's freaking terrible. Look at my hands. I don't know. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. Blistered up right here. Not actually trying to flip anybody off here, but yeah, that won't heal. My freaking fingers are like all mangled, getting blistered up like crazy. I'm like, what the hell? Just because it's wet all the time. But so I welcome the snow more than I welcome the freaking rain. Um, there was lightning. I had a key in my hand, but to put it in a cluster box, it probably weighs a ton. This huge freaking mailbox that's steel or aluminum or whatever. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like the parallel. Hey, Benjamin Franklin has nothing on me. Having a key on the end of a kite. I have a key in my hand and I'm put into a big, huge steel contraption. I don't know about that. I mean, the weather, I can handle it. I have rain pants that are rubber, a Coleman raincoat, and my Timberland hiking shoes actually are pretty good. So I put latex gloves on when it's raining. And my hands are still cold, but at least my hands are not wet. That's the worst. But the lightning, man, I don't know about that, man. And then you're in the mail truck, and it's like, damn, dude, this is a metal little tin can you're driving. You freaking, It's bad, man. I don't know. Lightning's just the worst. So when you're moving around, what I do is I have 3 light coats and I wear 3 of them. And then I can take them off and on. And when I get warm and cold, and so yeah, I'm almost 2 months in. Um, I think I'm gonna pass my probationary period. You never know. The post office likes to fire people on your 89th day. So I don't know. But I hear from people like a friend of mine, he works at the post office, he's a union steward, and he says that the attrition rate is so high that the district is making it harder, I guess, to fire people. That is one thing about the post office that, with the new bosses, it's like I'm new to the route and they'll judge your speed. And, I didn't talk back. I'm like, you have to give people their reps. Being judged on your first or second time on a route, let the person do it a few times first before you judge how, you know what I mean? That kind of made me frustrated me. But I didn't talk back. But it affects the mind. So I just focus on my efforts and try to ignore anything else, because otherwise I can be all flustered and freaking nuts. But the work environment's not too bad at all, actually, to be honest with you. I've worked a lot of bad work environments, kind of. So people are mostly pretty cool, easy to get along with, which I like. So it's pretty cool. And I'm being more of a team member now, yeah, being first on the route, and I didn't finish it. And you have your coworkers that'll come along and pick pieces off of you. And it helps. But then, as you get used to the route, you get to know it, and then you learn. Part of how I learned is like my mistakes. Like if you have to go do the loop again because you forgot, you have to do the job twice, so you lose time, and that really puts you behind. So do it right the first time. They have what you call flats, which are your magazines, your big items, and you lean them up against your side and against your arm, and then you hold your envelopes with this hand, and then you just finger, and then you place it finger in one fell swoop. A small little thing like that saves time, and then going to the next mailbox, the closest point, saves time. So when you're new to the route, sometimes you don't know where the damn mailbox is. That kills your time when you're circling the house because you don't know where they put it. Sometimes they put the mailbox in the back of the house. Sometimes it's in the porch, but sometimes their porch looks like it's the door of their house. So you don't want to enter their home. So, you know what I mean? So, therefore, you can spend a lot of time on one house hunting down the mailbox. And then they don't have the name on there. And it's a multiple apartment house. And it's like, geez, um, Jezebel apartment C. Well, geez. Oh, I see A here. Where's C? Oh, where's the name? Oh, I see C, but that's a different name than what's on the envelope. So you can spend some time, and it's like woo. And then when your mind is like thinking about the time, and then you're like ooh, you know what I mean? Then it kind of slows you down, like your brain. So what's happened a few times is I have the flats in a different tray, and then you have what you call your DPS. It's all sequenced to the route that you're on. And a case is basically a shelf with dividers for the street and the address. So what you do is you put your flats up in, of course, the address in this case. And then what you do is you have loops. You park at the beginning of the loop, you walk the loop, and then you drive to the next loop, you walk the loop, and then you go. And so the computer system knows this. And so they put all the mail in order of the envelopes, the small stuff. So therefore, you don't have to case that, but you do case the loose stuff. And then you bring it down to each loop and you rubber band it. And then you put it in a tray. So therefore, as you go, you pick up your flats. And then you pick up your envelopes. Perfect. You have your satchel. And sometimes you have papers. You put the paper in the satchel. You finger, boom. Then you put it here. Then you grab a paper, put it with your flat, boom, boom, boom. So sometimes what I've done as a mistake was I rubber band a different street name for the first flat. But what happened is it's not the proper street. The flats that I just did for the loop belong in that next group. But I believe the first flat, that was a different street. So then what happens is I have to walk the loop again. Or, of course, we have parcels, which are basically your packages, are smaller. And then, of course, you have your big box packages. So that's the reason why I started, of course, putting the boxes in order by street, but also writing it on a notepad, which has saved me because then I'm looking at the sheet of paper and it helps me think, oh, I know I just delivered this number. Oh, I almost forgot this one. So then I'm not like going on to the next loop or to the next street over. And then I realize that, geez, I have the package for the last street. And now I have to find a way to get back to deliver that package. And of course, when you do that, you're losing time. You know what I mean? So that's like when you're a beginner and those time wasting practices get in the way of you finishing the route. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, remember, do your checks, read the loop, and follow the mail the way it's ordered. And then just basically go where the mail leads you, and don't forget your packages that you need to add. Because if you backtrack, you're losing time. You're wasting time, and that's how you get behind. So, yeah, organization is huge. My office doesn't have direction by direction GPS. So, not knowing the area that well, doing it the old-fashioned way. But you get to know the area better. You really do. And that's why I like doing straight lines. I mean, naturally, if I'm going down a big street and I see the street here that I know I have a package in the back for, I'll take that street and go all the way down from finishing it up. And then I'll go back, and then I see another one, then I go down as I go up. And that seems to be pretty efficient. So yeah, I'm gotten better at making these mistakes. I mean, the postmaster tells me, oh, 15 seconds per house. They want you off to the next house by 15 seconds. You know, if you're walking up a long stairs, you know, it's not, you know what I mean? It depends on the neighborhood, really, to be honest with you. You know, I'm in a rural kind of area. Lots of hills. I basically just sitting on a hill in the country, and you're walking up a lot of steps to the homes that are up high. So it's like 15 seconds. I mean, if it's in California, yeah, you could easily do probably less than 15 per house because they're all right beside each other. You can just go boom right down straight through. But I like the driving routes. The driving routes are just pretty smooth. You just drive to the mailbox, boom. Drive to the next mailbox, boom. You know, so those are pretty smooth. You know, when you're doing like a main street and you enter a building that has multiple suites, it can be a little cumbersome. And then it makes you feel like you're not flowing, and it makes it feel slow. And that can, you know, sometimes it's not so straightforward either. Cluster boxes can be a positive and a negative. Sometimes it can be a pain in the ass. I did a good job with my basmati rice. 1.25 cups of liquid to 3/4 of a cup of the rice is perfect. 4 minutes in Ninja. Let it naturally cool down for 10 minutes. It's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. That's the best job I've done. So, yeah. You get to learn to be efficient. The bosses are always looking at the numbers. Got to be safe, though. Can't get into an accident. Smashed a device. I was like, man, what the hell? At least they didn't take it out of my paycheck. The new devices that they have are ridiculous. I mean, this, I don't know, man. This wouldn't have broke in that same situation. That thing just smashed. Couldn't believe it. Things just, any kind of liquid operates the damn phone and logs you off. It's annoying, but but it's a job. You got to do it. At least it's an active job. So I'm happy with all the candy I've eaten. I haven't gained any weight. So, um, which is good. Maybe it's because I'm inadvertently doing freaking the intermittent fasting. Because I always feel like I'm behind, so I'm not taking a lunch break. So I'll eat at 3:30 in the morning, and I won't eat again until after work, like 6:30 or 7. So eating a giant chocolate bar, I guess, isn't really hurting any. Um, I tell you though, it gives me real bad gas. It's good I'm by myself, man. It's terrible. Um, so yeah. So I do miss the e-gig work. Um, I'm gonna do it again. You know, I don't like the miles I'm putting on my car because I'm not getting paid for those miles. So it's yeah, it's. I mean, the Mitsubishi's a good car, man. It's a good vehicle. It actually handles pretty good in the winter. Yeah, I did slide once, but the four-wheel drive it has in it comes in handy. Um, Going down those steep grades or the curves, or it's a little bit. You just got to drive careful. But a lot of deer on the side of the road every night. I see deer, wildlife. So it's pretty cool. I honk my horn so they don't jump out in front of me. That's what I'm worried. They'll jump out in front. They can ruin a car. And there's no cell coverage there. So um, you get into an accident, you're like around nobody, and you don't have a phone to be able to use. So yeah, you got to be careful. But yeah, it's kind of canceled my life in a way. 3 hours of my day is in the commute. So um, today we got done delivering packages around 2:30. So I was able to get home a lot earlier than I typically do. So, but I'm used to getting up at 3:30 now. It's not so bad. Um, it's good to be up during the day. I used to be a graveyard shift worker. Um, so I do miss running. I haven't ran in a month and a half. Um, I know that I've read that people who get like rhabdo are people who have gotten used to a certain fitness, and when they go back to it, they do where they left off. So I guess I'm probably going to have to. I mean, I'm not just going to run only a mile when I get back to running, but do 5 and 10Ks and see how it goes. Build back up to the miles. I mean, I was running 15 miles at a time, so I'm a little bit remorseful for not running. I miss it. It kind of makes me feel a little bit sad that I haven't ran. That's something I really liked about being an e-gig worker is that I could make the time to run in the morning um, or in the evening. Um, Having a schedule, being an employee, and basically, it's not like I have a schedule yet. They basically tell me to come in the next day, next day, next day, and then I wait for them to tell me the next day's off. So that's basically the way it is. So Um, Not complaining when it comes to time and a half. And the days that I work after 6, it's double time. So I'm going to be what they call penalty time. So, which is double time. So naturally, um, working, I think I'm on the clock 11 hours a day. Uh, I'm working at 6, and it's usually around 6 or 7 or so. So that's time and a half and double time towards the end. So um, I got into this apartment. It's a good apartment. There's no hot water in the morning in the shower. It's annoying, but the apartment's good. Um, I have a nice king, probably the most comfortable bed that I've ever slept on. I bought a Hanover Performance pillow top from Sealy, and the freaking bed is comfortable. Um, it's the most comfortable bed I've ever slept on. It doesn't shake or move when I toss and turn, so it's a freaking good bed, man. It's freaking comfortable. It's just Rainmore and Flanagan really screwed me over though when it came to the delivery. I told them, I'm working every day. I need this day because I'm moving in. Yeah, yeah. And then they didn't have it. Yeah. And then, of course, okay, we're going to be able to do it on Sunday. And then they only had half the bed. They had the wrong size. I'm like, they finally did it. And then the next day, they said that they're going to be there. And then they didn't show up. I had to, you know what I mean? That was crazy. So they got to fix their shipping. But the bed's good. Um, it's a good bed. It's friggin' comfortable. I love it. Yeah, better bed than I've ever slept on. I mean, I don't usually think much about it, but I tell you, that bed is freaking awesome, dude. Whew. Queen size. So, you know, they didn't have any XL doubles because I hate having my legs hang over the edge of the freaking mattress because it's not long enough. It's, so the queen's good. So I like the apartment. It's good. Keeping it clean. I like the privacy. It's my own place. I don't have to live by other people's rules, which is good. I like it. Uh, I miss California. I do, but I like being by myself. Yeah, it's good. So I gotta get back on my. Well, I'm still eating healthy. I'm just freaking eating chocolate bar after the Hershey's giant freaking chocolate bar. I'm surprised. I'm still at 178 pounds. So, yeah, I guess. Um, but my Garmin watch, it calculates my steps as when I'm driving the mail truck. Because often I'm driving the mail truck really slow. My Garmin counts those as steps. So I can't trust the step count because each time I approach a mailbox, my watch thinks I'm walking. So it's telling me I did all these steps that I didn't really do. So that kind of sucks. It's kind of, I don't know. But so sooner or later, I'm going to freaking run. I'm going to try to get a transfer. Um, they say that you have to resign and then apply for the job at a different location because it's not really sustainable and I don't have time to really set up things for my life when I'm getting up at 3:30 and hitting the road at 4:30 and getting back at 8 or 8:30, and then I have to go right to bed. So I mean, and you got to do it again and again and again. So therefore, it's kind of, I don't know. When it comes to the bad weather, it's kind of stupid to be driving over the unplowed roads in the snow. It's kind of dumb. Uh, it's not really a sustainable venture, I don't think, because it's pretty expensive. My tail light got hit by a BB gun. That's going to be $400 to replace the tail light. But I'm gonna try to keep my car, since I have a license in California still, registered in California, because Massachusetts has excise tax. So California doesn't. So I can save some money. Yeah. I'll try to keep my California plates on there, because it's a pain in the ass. Um, in Massachusetts, you have to do an RMV1 form to have your insurance company tell the DMV, then they'll allow you to register it. So it's Massachusetts. They're a pain. So, but finally shaved today. I haven't shaved in a week and a half, and I don't have any gray hairs really that much that I can see on my head, but the hair on my face is quite gray and white, actually. So I'm like, damn, I'm getting old. I'm looking at my half-ass beard. I can't really grow a good beard. Um, so kind of ran out of clean clothes. So I stopped at Walmart and bought some clothes to wear. Um, yep. Um, Liking the Curb Your Enthusiasm season this year. I think it's one of the best seasons. Um, I think the most recent James Bond, Not a Good Day to Die or whatever. I think that's the best Bond film. Um, Close to it. It's one of the best ones, I think. That one was really freaking good. Um, that was really good. I think they did an excellent job on that. I think Curb Your Enthusiasm this year. That actor, what the hell's his name? He's good in it. He wasn't that great in True Detective. It's just not really a good role for him, I don't think. But in Curb Your Enthusiasm, he's pretty good. He's a good character. Um, it was pretty cool. You have Woody Harrelson on there. Yeah, it's a good season. It's definitely a show that followed, that I've followed since the first season. Um, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. So, yeah, I haven't got attacked by a dog. No dog attacks. However, there was a Rottweiler at night. We're delivering. I have a not a camera, but a freaking light here that I wear. There's a Rottweiler looking at me, lunging at the chain, man. Whew. He's in the backyard, and it's like, imagine if that chain broke, dude. That would be that would be fucking scary, man. I tell you, a big Rottweiler come running after you. Phew. I don't know, man. But not really that bad of a situation. Um, I had somebody drive up on me because they thought I was a robber or something because I'm not in uniform. And it's early in the morning and I'm delivering packages. So, that's a little bit, you know, nerve wracking. That's why I always bring the satchel just as an identifier because, it's a shady area. I mean, it's in the country, but it's a shady area. So, you don't want people thinking that you're a trespasser or a thief that's stealing shit. Um, so yeah, you got to be careful. At least if you're identified as a postal worker, you know, it's important. Um, so pretty much, yeah, avoid backing up when possible. The mirror setup in the truck is good, but yeah, I always avoid situations of backing out. Um, it's not worth the trouble. Um, I do that in my passenger car, so. Um, but those they have no traction. There's a driveway. I did a 3-point turn in. I couldn't get out of it because of the ice. It's kind of packed snow. That's really packed, and yeah, I couldn't get out of there. No, there's no traction on those tires. So yeah, if you're ever going to work at the post office and you see situations on the road where, hey, other cars are driving on it, but just because other cars are driving on it doesn't mean that your mail truck's going to drive on it. And that wasn't even a steep hill, for God's sakes. It was just a gentle, like that, and it was short. And I was spinning, couldn't get out of there. um, I was able to get people to move their cars, and then I was able to get in there and then go straight. And didn't want to be the guy asking the postmaster, "Hey, I'm sorry, man. You need to get a tow to tow the mail truck out of the parking spot." Didn't happen, and I didn't slide into a vehicle, which, whew, yeah, definitely would have lost my job that day. Um, but still healthy. I hope you guys are healthy. Um, yeah, I'll wear a mask. I still wear a mask. Helps keep my fingers out of my mouth. I think that's what keeps me healthy. So, yeah. But at least there's hours. Uh, Not fighting for hours. It's a good season to work. So, it's good to see people that have followed me um, coming back. Did I miss a spot? Shaving? What the hell? Huh. Weird. heck is that? I'm gonna. So at least the walking's uphill, so that's a good form of exercise. So let's see. I haven't watched a football game in forever. I didn't buy cable. I just got the internet. I mean, I'm not watching cable, so why pay for it? All right, let's see. Washington is beating the Raiders. The Ravens are on top by a point. The Steelers. The Seahawks aren't doing too good this year, but they're beating the 49ers. The Buccaneers have won. The Rams killed the Jaguars. The Colts killed the Texans. The Broncos and the Chiefs. It looks like Garoppolo threw a couple interceptions. Well, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will check back in with you guys. I think Tuesday, I'll have that day off. I'm probably going to do some Instacart that day. Going to have to make that extra money to be able to pay for the gasoline. There's not many charging stations for the electric. Plus, the hills are going to kill the battery anyway, so it's kind of a bum deal about that. I mean, it goes to show, like, how, I mean, we're not near ready to go full electric. I mean, we're not even close. I mean, that's because I don't see many charging ports, even in the town that I'm living. It's a college area. It's a modern tech area, and you'd think that they'd have a lot of charging stations. I mean, there's this gas station called Pride, and they have Tesla ports. So, I mean, you can't use it if you don't have a Tesla. So that was a stupid decision. I mean, basically, you can only have a 10. I mean, they have so many chargers. They shouldn't have done that. They should have just did charging stations, but had at least a mix. I mean, not just only for Tesla. I mean, that's what can you do? So I don't know. Going to the gas station like 4 times a week, 5 times a week in a hybrid. It's expensive. Yeah, that's like $120 to $150 a week I'm spending on gas. So yeah, you definitely pay for it. What I do is I turn on one of my apps and don't take any rides and don't do anything and count those miles, not of course towards the post office income, but I count those miles against the money that I've earned as an egig worker. So that's what I'm trying to do. Got to get creative. 110 miles without getting something for it. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's kind of stupid. I did the math. It's like $4 an hour goes towards transportation, and that's just strictly gasoline. So I mean, yeah, that's expensive, but it's a little bit more secure. I mean, if I pass the 90-day probationary period, um, I'll have at least a little security of income, I guess. I'm trying to get into a situation where I can buy a house. As an e-gig worker, your adjusted gross income, it kind of doesn't help you too much. So, I don't know. But I'll let you guys go, and thank you for tuning in.